Okay guys, we're gonna jump right into the Etsy store review today because this store is selling like crazy.
Wait a minute. What the heck?
Hi, I'm Jess. I've built multiple 6- and 7-figure Etsy stores getting sales like these and learning the ins and outs of Etsy, Amazon, and more. A wild and crazy event led me to start a totally new life traveling abroad, giving me the unique opportunity to step back, work a lot less, and start sharing all of my Etsy insights with you. So hit that subscribe button, grab a pen and paper, and let's jump in. Hello, thank you for joining me for what is going to be a revolutionary video. We are going to get real for a minute today because there has been a lot of issues lately with Etsy stores getting shut down without warning and sometimes seemingly without reason. Not to mention so much saturation as new sellers are jumping on board that sales are starting to be a little bit more difficult to accrue. And when I went to do today's store review, lo and behold, it was shut down. The crazy part is this store sold personalized coffee mugs, so it wasn't an issue of copyright. But here we are with no store to review. Luckily, I have a simple solution to safeguard your Etsy business from all of this stress. And you can actually do this in one day. It's an easy one-day strategy. You're going to be able to utilize today's video to absolutely explode your business. So while selling on Etsy is great, it is important to have multiple income streams to rely on. It's risky to rely on Etsy's platform alone. As we just saw, a store can get shut down for no reason without warning. So you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. And that is a really core component of being a successful entrepreneur. So I've got 19, yes, 19 other platforms that you can sell on depending on what your particular product's niche and selling needs are. Because my goal for today's video is to help you build a multi-platform business and have sales coming out of your ears without relying only on Etsy. Etsy is great, but it is not the end all be all, and we want you to be successful with a stable source of income. So we're going to jump right in here with the sites that you can sell any type of product on. So no matter what your niche is, no matter what your products are, this section is for you. And then in just a few minutes here, we're going to talk about other additional sites that are good for digital products and sites that are good for print on demand. So first and foremost, we have Shopify. Shopify is one of my absolute favorite websites for e-commerce. I've used them reliably for years. I've loved them reliably for years. And they really do just open a lot of doors. There's a lot of vendors that work specifically with Shopify. There's a lot of advertising abilities that you can unlock with Shopify. And it's really great for any type of product. On the flip side, it does require outside marketing. Shopify doesn't have their own traffic, so you do have to be responsible for your own marketing from social media or ads or however you wanted to do that. But the fact that it connects to so many other sites and so many other merchants and vendors and potential suppliers really allows for seamless integration, and that can also sync with your Etsy store to make life a lot easier for you. The second site that I want to talk to you guys about is actually Amazon Handmade. Now, this is different from Amazon Seller Central, which is their main website, but you still have access to Amazon Prime shipping with Handmade if you sell physical products. If you have digital products, depending on what type of digital product you sell, you can actually use Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP, but you can unlock so much potential with Amazon Handmade because they tap into Amazon's traffic. You really get access to massive, massive, massive amounts of potential buyers. Another thing that I really love about Amazon Handmade is that you have a lot more control over your ad campaigns than what you have on Etsy. You can control specifically which words you want to target for your ads, what your budget is, not only per day, but also for that word or for that product. And you can really tweak your ad campaign to reach a lot of buyers specifically targeted to each individual product, whereas Etsy just kind of lets us toggle things on and off and tweak our keywords. So I love the control that we get with Amazon Handmade, not to mention the massive increase in traffic because they do get a lot more traffic than Etsy gets. The third website is actually called Artisans Cooperative. This is targeted for handmade products, but they do include print on demand with handmade. So they consider print on demand to still be handmade, probably because of the designing aspect that goes along with being a handmade seller. You do have to get points to accrue your membership. So it's definitely an interesting kind of platform, but it is rapidly growing. They have a Discord, they're starting to get a pretty decent amount of traffic, and they are still in their phase 2 beta. So once they come out of that beta, I expect that this is going to get a lot bigger. So this is definitely something to check out, especially if you're a handmade or a print-on-demand seller. The next site I want to show you guys is called Indie Made. Now this is any type of product whatsoever, and they're kind of a budget alternative to Shopify. They do allow very seamless integration with Etsy, and their pricing is a lot more standard as opposed to paying 20 cents per listing like you pay on Etsy. They do have a free trial, and it's pretty flexible, the things that they offer, but the easy Etsy integration, that's a lot of vowel words there, is an appealing factor of Indie Made. The next website that I want to show you guys is called Bonanza. Now, this one has actually been around for a few years, and it doesn't have a massive amount of traffic, but it does get a steady stream of customers. So it's a very small but affordable platform, and you can sell anything you want on here, any type of product, whether it's physical, digital, etc. The nice thing about Bonanza is that it lets you automatically import your listings from Amazon or Etsy or wherever in just a few clicks. So you could easily open up a Bonanza store, import all of your listings automatically, and have access to another platform for sales without any real additional work. The nice thing about Bonanza is that it also links up to Shopify, which means that if you get sales in Bonanza, it will pull into your Shopify. If you get sales from Etsy, it will pull into your Shopify. So you can handle all of your orders right within Shopify's platform and not have to jump around from place to place, even when you're on multiple platforms. And it also links to Amazon Handmade. So you can pull everything in really to Shopify from all of these other platforms and take advantage of selling in multiple places without having to do a lot of work. The next website is a really unique idea that is really gaining popularity here. It is called Shop My Porch. Now, this is for on-hand physical products. It's not going to work so well for print-on-demand sellers because what this site does is it connects buyers to nearby local sellers. This is like a garage sale or a craft fair on crack. Basically, what it does is you can create your store, and people go onto this site specifically looking for local businesses or local sellers near them. And it's really great if they're looking for custom orders. So it really connects you to your own neighborhood, your own town, your own city, and allows you to tap into a customer base based on where you're located, which is so unique and really, really cool. The next site is the good old eBay. eBay is a classic. They've really were the pioneers of e-commerce. And in fact, this is the first e-commerce website that I ever sold on before Etsy even existed. And they're still hanging strong. They are constantly updating things and improving things, and it's really interesting to see their evolution over the years. They can sell any type of product, so it doesn't matter what you sell, digital, physical, whatever, and they have a really decent source of independent traffic. They still get a lot of buyers. The only downside, really, in my opinion, to selling on eBay is that it is a bit time consuming to set up. If you've sold on eBay in the past and it's been a few years, forget everything you know about setting up listings on eBay because it is all updated. It's all different now. So it is a little bit more time consuming. It's not quite as integrated as I would like it to be. But again, it does connect with Shopify. You can pull your eBay orders into Shopify and manage that from Shopify as well. So really, Shopify is kind of like that one-stop shop solution here. The next website here is called 𝒂𝒑𝒔𝒄. Now, this is pretty cool. It is very much limited to America, so United States of America, just to be clear. And they do have more of a stricter handmade policy. And they do say here, handmade is defined as made by hand, not by machine, and typically therefore of superior quality. They do have a minimum list price of $10 and a flat 7% selling fee. So their fee structure is a little bit different. And one of the things that I really like about 𝒂𝒑𝒄 is that there are a lot of potential buyers that are looking for American-made products or things that are made specifically in the USA. And so I think this website was kind of born off of that idea, and it does connect their shoppers directly to American businesses. So they do say specifically what is allowed and what is not allowed on 𝒂𝒑𝒄, and you can definitely check that out to see if this is a good fit for you so you can tap into that made in the USA market. The next site in my list of general stores here is Big Cartel. Now, this is a very basic alternative to Shopify, and you can sell any type of product. The perks of having Big Cartel versus Shopify is that they do have a free plan. So if you're a small, brand new seller, you can list up to 5 products and it will always be free. Their next tier, if you have up to 50 products, is $10 a month. So it is a bit more affordable than Shopify. Shopify tends to run with about, I believe, a base price of $30 a month. So then now, if you are a bigger seller, you can list up to 500 products for $20 a month. So it's really kind of a budget alternative to Shopify, and one of the few that allows for free plan for up to 5 products. So please comment below, by the way, if you want to see any of these in more detail. If you want to see, tell me in the comment which one you are interested in, or if you have any specific questions about any of these, and I will try to answer you in the comments. And I do have a great downloadable freebie that lists all of these sites out for you with clickable links, so you can make sure to download that freebie and then click through to these sites and see which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and which ones may really help to explode your particular Etsy sales based on your niche. Okay, that covers the general list. Let's talk about some sites that are great specifically for digital products. Now, these are going to be sites that are in addition to any of the ones I've already covered that allow digital products as well. So these ones are specifically more for digital products. And the first one I wanted to tell you guys about was Gumroad. Now, this is really gaining traction. It is getting so popular because a lot of influencers are also using Gumroad as well. They have a ton of features specifically for digital sellers, and the best part is that it's very easy payment features and they simplify marketing for you. So it's really nice because they make things so simple. You can also create memberships, subscriptions, etc., which can be really helpful for people selling things like digital planners or mock-ups or things like that. It generates license keys, and really there's just a lot of options for digital sellers here, and I love this site, so this is really worth checking out. The next site, of course, is 𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒂𝒂. You know I cannot make a video about alternatives to Etsy and not mention 𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒂𝒂 because I love 𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒂𝒂. I am an affiliate of theirs, and I love a lot of their elements. They have design elements, fonts, etc., which is really great. But what you may not know is that if you are a digital seller, you can join 𝒕𝒔𝒏𝒂𝒂 as a seller and access all of these potential customers as well. So when you go all the way down to the bottom, you can actually click Open Store, and they let you open your own shop so that you can list products on Creative Fabrica and tap into this market. One of the things that I love about Creative Fabrica for sellers is that a lot of Creative Fabrica elements are not only purchasable individually, but they also offer a monthly subscription, which allows their creators to have access to recurrent revenue, which is really, really cool. And they let you set your own prices, which is better than some of these other platforms that really have like minimums, like before when I mentioned that 𝑬𝒕𝒔𝒂𝒓𝒔 has a $10 minimum price. So they do not also make you lock in exclusivity, so you can sell on Etsy and you can sell on Creative Fabrica, and there's a lot of other benefits as well. So this is really worth checking out and looking into. The next one I want to talk about, and I probably should have did this one before Creative Fabrica, is Envato Market. Now, this is the same company that owns Place It. And I do actually have quite a few videos with Place It. They are a sponsor of mine, but this is a little bit different because this is their main, I want to say umbrella company, but I don't think that's the right word. I can't think of the word off the top of my head. But what you can do is actually become an Envato author, and you can sell all kinds of things. So this really opens up potential digital products. So you can sell coding, for example. You can sell videos, music, website designs, all kinds of things in addition to the typical, clip art and design assets and things like that, photos, etc. Now, one of the bummer things about Envato Market that I don't really like is that they do have a little bit higher of fees than some of the other platforms, but I also think that they have a lot more effort put into their marketing than other platforms as well. So those fees may really balance out with the increase in visibility that you get. And they did just recently allow you to go exclusive and earn higher commissions, or you can stay non-inclusive if you prefer that as well. So if you're selling on Etsy and you don't want to have to take your stuff off of Etsy, you just stay non-exclusive. The cool thing is that they have multiple markets because Envato is that umbrella company or the bigger company. So they have Place It, they have Envato Market, which is where they have, it's kind of like their version of Creative Fabrica. They have Envato Elements. And then there's other things like tutorials and courses. They have Reshot, which is where their stock photos go, Mix It, which is their video. So it's a really, really wide base of different vendors all run through your Envato Marketplace main site here. So that's really cool. The next one I wanted to talk about for digital sellers is Creative Market. So this is really cool and it is growing in traffic quite quickly. I don't know if any of you remember Artfire, but this gave me a lot of Artfire vibes. And I think that a lot of the things that really held Artfire back from taking Etsy down as a strong competitor, Creative Market really paid attention to that, and they could really grow and be a strong competitor to Etsy in the future. So I'm really excited to see where this one goes. So they're a great alternative for digital sellers, and they have a 50% sales fee, flat sales fee. So there's not a lot of different fees. There's not like a credit card fee and a sales fee and whatever else. So that 50% sales fee is fairly high. And because you set your own prices, you're going to want to work that fee into your price right off the bat so that you can actually make the amount of profit that you want to make. One thing that I love is that they already have 10 million members and they are growing quickly, like I said before, and there's no exclusivity lock-in, so you don't have to worry about selling exclusively on this site. They have a lot of stats, analytic type information that helps you see how your products are performing, and of course, a lot of their other benefits are very similar to what Etsy offers. And the last site that is exclusively for digital sellers is called eJunkie. So you can sell any kind of digital goods on eJunkie, and unlike Creative Market, they offer a set monthly fee. So you don't have to worry too much about how much you sell. Your only limitation really here is how many products you can have. So it's only $8 a month for up to 10 products, and you can really have unlimited sales and unlimited downloads on those 10 products. It's only $10 a month, however, for 40 products, and then $20 a month for 150, $40 a month for unlimited. So the pricing is fairly comparable to Shopify, and their features are really well put together for digital products specifically. So they let you really integrate into your own website, blog, social media, and all of that stuff. It's pretty easy to set this up. And one of the things that really made this site stick out in my mind was that they have ebook protection. So when you download something from this site, that PDF download is going to get stamped with the buyer's information. So if they are to illegally share it, for example, it's directly linked back to them. So it does offer some great protection for you as a seller in terms of copyright over your products. Okay, so before we go on to the next list of awesome expansion sites that are specifically for print-on-demand sellers, I have a brief message from today's sponsor, me. So I won't blabber on too long, but I did want to invite you guys to check out my Etsy Seller Success Workbook and also let you know that I do offer one-on-one strategy sessions for more personalized help. I don't think I've really ever mentioned before that I offer strategy sessions, and I've realized that that's probably not very smart on my part because I can't help you if you don't know that that's there. So if you click my resources link in the video description, you will see both my Etsy Seller Success Workbook and my strategy sessions, as well as all of my free resources at that link, and you can check out more details on those. Both of these help to support this channel so that I can keep making great content for you guys. But for a simpler and super cheap way to support new content, you can also consider buying me a coffee or two and grab my freebies while you're over there. For free ways to help me grow, you can like, share, and comment on my videos as well. Everything helps and everything is so appreciated. So thank you for hearing me out with my little sponsorship message here. And thank you to everybody who's contributed and helped me grow so far. All right, now let's talk about some sites that are great for print-on-demand products specifically. In addition to the ones that I mentioned above at the beginning of this video, like Shopify and Amazon Handmade, the first one I wanted to talk about here is Redbubble. Now, Redbubble is a great place to add your designs and unlock access to a lot of print-on-demand products. It's fairly easy because you can add a design once and click which products you want to add it to, which gives you a little bit more, in my opinion, um, variety in your particular products with less work. You don't have to create listings for all of these different things. You don't have to set up all of your designs on Printify to have access to the different types of products. It's kind of a one and done. The other thing that I like about Redbubble is that they have their own built-in traffic. So this is a lot of times, especially for the younger millennials and the older Gen Zs, they will go directly to Redbubble when they want a specific type of shirt because Redbubble is kind of the place to be in terms of getting cute shirts, cute water bottles, cute stickers, whatever. So they have great built-in traffic and they're easy to use as sellers. The nice thing also is that because they have their own built-in traffic and they make it easy for you to put your products or put your designs on any kind of product, is that they do the rest of the work. So you don't have to really worry about processing orders or updating tracking or any of that kind of stuff. It's all handled by them on their own site. They have a tiered sales commission, which means that the more you sell, the more commission you get to keep. And a lot of people who take advantage of selling on Redbubble report that they have a fairly steady part-time income. The next site, kind of a Redbubble competitor here, is called 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒓𝒔. 𝒂𝒂𝒂 is really, really cool. They have a decent amount of traffic. Their traffic is also growing. So some of these sites that I mentioned today are really up and coming, which is super cool. And what I love about 𝒂𝒂𝒂 is that a lot of people are able to easily build a part-time income stream with 𝒂𝒂𝒂. 𝒂𝒂𝒂 has this really cool feature called 𝒂𝒂 Live, which helps you get connected to designers. So if, for example, you are a digital products designer and you're designing your print-on-demand products, not only can you have a print-on-demand store here and sell your products, but you can also sign yourself up as a designer and offer hourly design services. So this just unlocks a whole new level of potential customers for you. And a lot of times design services, hourly services in general, have a higher pay rate or a higher dollar value than physical products do. So this can really help you bring in more money for relatively the same amount of work as what you're already doing. So this is really unique, and I did want to point that out. The next site is Amazon Merch on Demand. Now, I love Amazon, and I have been an Amazon seller for well over a decade. But let me tell you about Amazon Merch on Demand. I have a love-hate relationship with Amazon Merch because they have huge, huge traffic. It taps into all of Amazon's traffic. And all you have to do is upload your artwork and put the pricing at what you want it to be. They're going to do the rest of the work for you. They're going to make sure your stuff gets visibility. You don't have to do advertising. They're going to print it, they're going to ship it, they're going to do everything, and all they do is kick you a royalty check at the end of every month, which is great. But here's where the hate part comes in, because they are very exclusive about who they accept, and they don't tell you why you don't get accepted. So I always recommend people to at least try and sign up, because the potential to get accepted and start selling on here is great. You can definitely build a part-time income. You could even, as you keep adding more and more designs, have a full-time income with Amazon Merch. But you do need to get accepted, and that can be a little bit difficult. Now, the next site that I wanted to talk about was Cafe Press. Now, this is very, very similar to Redbubble and 𝒂𝒂𝒂. And in fact, they're a predecessor to Redbubble. They come before Redbubble. One of the things that I love about Cafe Press is that it's really easy to use. It's easy to set it up. It's easy to add your designs. And they do have a small amount of built-in traffic. So it's not as high of traffic as Redbubble gets, but it is a great way to really build in a secondary income source based on designs you already have. The other thing that makes Cafe Press worth checking out is that they are rapidly growing with their brand new fan portal feature. So they allow you to create t-shirts, bags, and other merch based on your favorite shows, movies, comics, and more. And you do have to tag your images, by the way. That is part of their regulations, is you have to tag it properly. But it really allows you to have a little bit of a licensing to sell this type of merch on their site. So it does not give you a license to create band merch, for example. If your favorite band is Fall Out Boy or something, you can't create a Fall Out Boy shirt and then go sell it on Etsy, but you can create a Fall Out Boy shirt and sell it on Cafe Press based on their fan portal. And that's potentially a great alternative source for print-on-demand sellers, in addition to all of the other types of designs that you currently create. The last website, last but not least, is called Society6. This one is gaining rapid popularity because it is a lot like Redbubble or 𝒂𝒂𝒂 or any of these other sites, except they have a key difference. They focus a lot more on home goods, so things like wall art and shower curtains and other things that are used around the house. So it's really, really unique in that they have, outdoor products, beach towels, can coolers, etc., office stuff, tabletop things, a lot of the same kinds of coasters and coffee mugs and cutting boards that you see on Printify and other places, but they also have some unique stuff like bar stools, coffee tables, credenzas. They have comforters and bath towels. They have area rugs and curtains. So it's really, really unique. Another cool thing is that they have a great social media presence. They are really focusing hard on expansion and growing quickly. Their traffic is growing very, very quickly. So, if you have designs that might look great on a shower curtain or a throw rug or a credenza, this is a great site to check into because they are only going up and they are relatively affordable. So you have a 10,000 design limit for $12.99 a month. 10,000 is massive. If you only have 100 designs, it's only $5 a month, and then there's free if you have 10 designs or less. So if you're on the free plan, they do charge you 10% of the net sale, but you have a lot more control with these other plans, and they are really, really affordable. So it is super, super cool and worth checking out. So again, I want to invite you to comment below if you have any questions, and also comment if you know of any other awesome sites I might be forgetting so that I can check them out and add them to the list for you guys. I do have an awesome video coming out in a few weeks that talks really in depth about integrating Shopify and the many, many benefits of that. So do subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like and meet me here on this video next to learn some clever ways to get more clicks and really boost your sales conversions. See you there.